Are you looking forward to visiting the Grand Marais in Minnesota? Before you visit, it is better to come up with a plan on the things that you should do. Then you will be able to organize your tour accordingly and get the best experiences that are coming on your way. Here is a list of some of the activities that you should do while you are in Grand Marais, Minnesota. The Grand Portage State Forest. A spot named Grand Portage State Forest is surely one of the greatest places to visit if you appreciate being surrounded by nature and the outdoors while here in Grand Marais, Minnesota. Grand Portage State Forest is a massive state forest with a total area of 99,200 acres. The Grand Portage, a historic trading route between the Great Lakes and the Northwest, inspired the forest's name. Visitors to this state forest will discover that there are so many incredible things to see and do. Judge C.R. Marais State Park, Swamp River Wildlife Management Area, Hovland Woods Scientific and Natural Area, and many more locations are all inside this forest. Not only that, but visitors to this state forest may participate in a variety of recreational activities. Hiking, canoeing, fishing, camping, snowmobiling, cross-country skiing, and other activities are among the most popular activities here. Visitors will also be able to enjoy activities like wildlife watching since it is situated in the outdoors, and there are so many magnificent species that reside in and around this region. Not to mention the many plants and flowers that flourish here. So, if you're looking for a great area to go exploring in the woods, Grand Portage State Forest is one of the greatest places to go. It's also just a short drive from Grand Marais, Minnesota, making it a very accessible destination to visit. Greater than read, is traveling a hobby? The ultimate guide to an exciting way of life. Greater than learn about the downsides of traveling as a hobby. Judge C.R. Marais State Park. In the last piece, we discussed Grand Portage State Forest, but did you know that within that state forest lies one of the most intriguing and unusual sites you'll ever visit? Yes, it is correct. It is known as Judge C.R. Marais State Park and is situated inside the massive Grand Portage State Forest. It is named for Clarence R. Marais, a former mayor of Duluth and a Minnesota Supreme Court judge who spanned 4,643 acres. But Devil's Kettle, an extraordinary waterfall and rock structure in which half of the Brule River vanishes into a massive pothole, is the state park's most renowned feature. Aside from that, the region is a popular tourist destination where tourists may participate in a range of leisure activities. Hiking, fishing, camping, and other outdoor activities may all be enjoyed here. Furthermore, the region around the state park is rich in flora and fauna, allowing nature enthusiasts from all over the nation to come here and enjoy the full experience. White-tailed deer, moose, black bears, red foxes, and timber wolves are among the animals that may be spotted wandering the area. Because this whole region is just a few minutes' drive from Grand Marais, Minnesota, it has nearly become a must-see destination for anybody visiting the city. Greater than read, 14 Best Things to Do in Burnsville, Minnesota 2022. Pincushion Mountain Trail. Do you like participating in a variety of leisure activities? If that's the case, one area you should absolutely explore while in Grand Marais, Minnesota is the Pincushion Mountain Trail System. Pincushion Mountain Trail System is roughly a 5-minute drive from Grand Marais, Minnesota. It is well known for having some of the greatest hiking trails in the region for visitors to enjoy. Varied visitors and tourists from all over the nation come here throughout the year to appreciate the many pleasures that this site has to offer. For example, there are many different paths to choose from here. Walking, jogging, trekking, running, and other outdoor activities are all available throughout the year. Furthermore, those who visit during the winter will be pleased to learn that the whole area is changed into a winter wonderland where people may participate in a range of snow-related activities. Aside from that, this location will host a variety of events and contests throughout the year. The most popular event is the marathon, when guests may run for hours on end in an attempt to beat one another. Overall, it's a fantastic destination to come, and everyone will really appreciate the activities on offer. So, if you have some free time in Grand Marais, Minnesota, this is undoubtedly one of the finest things to do. Greater than read, memorable things to do in Two Harbors, MN in winter. Angry Trout Cafe. If you're ever hungry while visiting Grand Marais, Minnesota, the Angry Trout Cafe is one of the greatest eateries you can go to. The Angry Trout Cafe is located on the picturesque north shore of Lake Superior and is one of the greatest places to eat in the area. They specialize on offering delectable seafood and vegetarian cuisine to the public. Many residents and visitors alike love to extol the virtues of this location since it is really spectacular. Indeed, according to Yelp, this is one of the top-rated restaurants in Grand Marais, Minnesota, as well as one of the most reviewed restaurants. Visitors will discover that the cuisine is centered on the abundance of Lake Superior as well as the surrounding area. Maple barbecue grilled chicken sandwich, bison burger, banh mi, Beyond Meat veggie burger, fettuccine pasta, grilled shiitake mushroom skewers, and more are just a few of the dishes available. Aside from the non-alcoholic beverages, they also provide a large selection of alcoholic drinks to pick from. They offer everything from red to white wines, as well as beer and hard cider. Apart from that, the personnel here are exceptionally kind and will go above and beyond to ensure that your eating experience is as memorable as possible. The prices of the meals available here are likewise quite reasonable. Having said that, this is one of the greatest restaurants to visit when in Grand Marais, Minnesota. It is unquestionably worthwhile to pay a visit. Honeymoon Bluff. If you like hiking, Honeymoon Bluff is undoubtedly one of the top sites to explore while in Grand Marais, Minnesota. Honeymoon Bluff is a trailhead located near Grand Marais, Minnesota, approximately a 15-minute drive from the city. It's a popular tourist destination since it has some of the nicest views in the region. The trailhead for Honeymoon Bluff is located inside Superior National Forest, and tourists may reach it from the nearby parking lot. Visitors must travel 0.4 miles of lightly trafficked route once they get at the trailhead. Visitors will be rewarded with spectacular vistas from all throughout the region, including views of Hungry Jack and Bearskin Lakes. Many people and visitors go to this location because it is ideal for hiking, strolling, nature expeditions, birdwatching, and other activities. It is also dog-friendly, since guests are welcome to bring their dogs along for a stroll, although they must be kept on a leash. With all of that stated, a journey down to the Honeymoon Bluff is undoubtedly one of the most beautiful spots in the Grand Marais, Minnesota region. The Grand Marais Lighthouse. The Grand Marais Lighthouse is undoubtedly one of the most famous and essential sites everyone should see when visiting Grand Marais, Minnesota. The Grand Marais Lighthouse was completed in 1922 and is a historical landmark. It is one of the nicest sites anybody may ever visit, situated at the end of the seawall in Grand Marais Harbor. Despite the fact that it was erected almost a century ago, this lighthouse is still in operation for mariners in the Lake Superior region. In addition, the original keeper's home has been converted into a museum that visitors may visit. But what makes this area so fascinating is that everything in the vicinity of the lighthouse is fascinating and lovely. Visitors may come here and stroll along the 2-block-long concrete and volcanic basalt stone road, which provides some of the best views of Lake Superior, the Sawtooth Mountains to the south, and the town nearby. The lighthouse is also a famous tourist attraction where visitors may snap selfies and family photographs. Not to add that the seawall here is a popular gathering point, with numerous painters standing about painting landscapes and lake views. Overall, the Grand Marais Lighthouse is one of the most interesting locations to see when in Grand Marais, Minnesota. Chick Walk Museum and Nature Center. If you're interested in learning about the cultural and environmental history of the Gunflint Trail region, the Chick Walk Museum and Nature Center is one of the greatest locations to go. The Chick Walk Museum and Nature Center, set within a historic Chick Walk Lodge on the tranquil Saginaga Lake, is a lovely site to visit. It's one of the most popular tourist destinations since there's so much to see and learn. Visitors to this museum, for example, will discover that it has a wide variety of intriguing items. Visitors will be able to learn about life on the Gunflint Trail when it was only plowed twice during the winter and how early Gunflint Trail pioneers dealt with their children's education. Not only that, but this location also features a nature center that visitors may visit. Visitors to this facility may engage with nature via a variety of hands-on activities and learn about the plants, animals, insects, and other creatures that dwell along the Gunflint Trail. There are also a variety of activities to participate in. Especially for children, where they may take part in a scavenger hunt and other activities all year. So, if you have any extra time, this is a must-see place. Who knows, maybe you'll encounter a moose, pick some berries, or simply have a great time. Poplar Lake. A spot named Poplar Lake is surely one of the greatest places to visit if you want to be in the outdoors and be with nature. Poplar Lake is a picturesque lake in Cook County that covers 764 acres. It's just a few minutes' drive from Grand Marais, Minnesota, and it's one of the greatest spots to go if you want to engage in some fun and interesting recreational activities. Visitors visiting this lake, for example, will discover that there are so many fantastic things to see and do. Fishing is the most popular pastime here, and many people like it. After all, there are a variety of fish to be caught in this lake. Not only that, but due of its size, Poplar Lake enables a wide range of vessels to cruise about on its waters. It's one of the most tranquil spots you'll ever see, and the surrounding countryside is breathtaking. In addition, throughout the winter, This lake serves as the starting and finishing location for the Gunflint Mail Run, a competitive dog sled race with up to 30 teams that takes place on the first weekend of January. Apart from that, if you prefer water sports, a trip to Poplar Lake from Grand Marais, Minnesota is a must. Sivertson Gallery. Do you like art? Check out the Sivertson Gallery. If that's the case, then Sivertson Gallery is unquestionably one of the greatest sites you can visit while in Grand Marais, Minnesota. Sivertson Gallery is a lovely gallery located on the main street of Grand Marais, a tiny and picturesque town. It is located in a lovely maritime location and provides tourists with the opportunity to view some very amazing art items. What began as a basement show has now grown into a full-fledged store and gallery for visitors to peruse. Many local artists from the region have contributed their work to be exhibited for the enjoyment of the public. Visitors to this gallery will notice that many of the artworks on display portray the lake's beauty and depth, as well as the surrounding environment, history, and people. As a result, many residents and visitors alike enjoy visiting and admiring the artwork. Furthermore, since the gallery also functions as a store, visitors may purchase any of the art items they like. The staff is also quite knowledgeable and can provide you with an inside peek into the art industry. If you admire art or just want to view and appreciate it, a visit to Sivertson Gallery is undoubtedly one of the top things to do in Grand Marais, Minnesota.